So we all know that Korea have a lot to offer. There are a lot of places to go to, such as the south of Busan, the island of Jeju, as well as other places within Seoul or Jeonju or everywhere else, right? But I can say that the things I like the most, in fact, the things I want to go back to again the most, is actually not one of those places I mentioned. In fact, it's actually within a small place in some sort of province. It's called an island. It's an island, but it's very, very close to Seoul. You can actually get there in about an hour or two. So with public transportation and a ferry. So that place has always a special place in my heart because when I step on foot on that place, it's like a very serene life from my perspective. It's very small. You can finish everything in a day for the most part, but I also really liked it. And that place is called Nami Island. It's very beautiful. I'll kind of walk you through why it is. First of all, right when you arrive, there is a very welcoming scenarios. So as you can see here, that there's a gate that welcomes you. But what I think what's most important is the fact that once you get there, you see all of these cool bookshelves and structures and places that basically lets you really feel like you're at home. So what that means is literally the welcoming first impression is very great. The first thing is that the walkway into the center of the island is really pretty. So you can either go on the outside or the inside. So I went outside, there's a walkway that's actually overlooking the ocean. The trees are really lush. I actually went there during May, actually. It was fantastic. You can see here as walking along with the views that it's very like, you can see a lot of good things. And just imagine walking down that path, it's kind of pretty good. And then also within those areas, you can see that there is different types of walkways. So you can see there are different underpassing, and it's very, very Instagrammable. So on top of that, additionally, it's one very interesting thing. I always like to go under the pathway or dark tunnels. I kind of feel safe, also scared, but since daytime it's great. But within though, you can see that it's been decorated with different lightings and systems. So here's a video of just me walking through them. So another place I want to highlight is that the Meta Sakura Lane. So there's a bunch of red oak tree, and depending on the seasons, and the color is very, very different. So you can see that here is a very, very great pathway in the middle with the trees falling under you. Depending on the season, I imagine during fall, it'd probably be even prettier with different color leaves and everything else is happening. Even with different seasons, I can imagine it being really beautiful. Taking that again, there's also ginkgo tree lane as well. So that one is very known for their tree leaves. So you can see right now, when I went, it's very, very green, very luscious. I imagine during fall when the leaves are changing color, it's going to be even more fantastic. In terms of just imagine yourself actually falling down in front of everything. That is going to be really, really awesome. In fact, in those areas, I think it's almost every single time. You can see that the first kiss was happened at this island. So there are different graphics and different very popular drama that's taking the world by storm, right? So you can see that Weather Sonata here, they filmed it here. There's a special place to make statues of it to replace them. So it's a good place to visit, even to have a drink over it, and also overlooking the waters. So it looks really, really pretty as well. And then the last thing I want to highlight is so there's concert that happens there, I believe, performances where you can see that, hey, it's very, very big there. It's pretty awesome. And there are also very different statues from penguins, from monsters, from some animated monster from different films. So you can take pictures with them as well. So I won't go into the food there because the food you can also get at Seoul and other places, nothing special. So I want to only spend the special stuff with you. So one last thing I want to show is when I saw this picture, I thought it was something else, but upon closer looks, oh, it's a very interesting take on it. But I figure I'll leave you with that so you can always remember that you watch this video on Navigating Rise, and that picture will be implanted in your mind forever. Forever. All right, so that picture, I will show that right now, is this. So at first I wasn't sure what I was looking at. In fact, I thought that, hey, someone is like, he just like peeing in front of this person for whatever reason. But upon closer inspection, it's actually a very human nature act. It's a very natural human act that a family will give. So I'll leave that with that picture. And again, so to summarize things, there are a couple of main things you should definitely check out. One is the Winter Sonata that we mentioned before, the drama special plays. Second is the ginkgo tree leaves. Especially if you go during fall, it's really pretty. And as well as the sequoia lane. So walking down that path, it's not that big of a long walk, maybe 10-20 minutes at best. It was one of the best walk ever done. Clear my mind at that point. And also that trip, I met a lot of interesting people on the bus right there. So if you're a solo traveler, you're able to hopefully strike up a conversation with others around the bus, and you can actually meet a lot of them in that sense. So again, my favorite place to visit again is definitely Nami Island. That place, I would definitely want to go back there again.